Now we're going to jump ahead now to the third section, days 21 to 29. I've got on here the reader listened to the E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber. I make reference in there. I've got three lessons that I learned from the E-Myth Revisited on another video here. Excellent book. You're going to want to listen to this thing over and over and over again at every stage of your business. You're going to learn something new in there. So let's dive into the planning and action steps for the third section. Now, we're really focused on getting dialed in. If you need to sign a contract for something, do it. But remember, your name is on it, not just your business's name. So if you sign a long-term lease, that better be the spot that you're going to be in for a long time, because you're going to have to continue making payments. I've got another video on the location. Again, I encourage you to go back and watch that. It's a longer video. I go through more things there. But you want to make sure that you've got the spot to host the class so you can tell people where it's going to be. Now focus on the execution of your class. How long is it? Is it 3 hours? Is it 6 hours? Is it multi-day? Get that equipment that we were talking about in the last section. You're going to want to bring that in. Get all your materials staged so that this is not a last-minute scramble and now you're trying to find things on the last day, okay? So get that dialed in. Know your students. They're the hero of the story, not you. Remember that they're the focal point of this class. Actually write down in more detail now about who you expected to be sitting in front of you. And if you know them and you've done what I advised you to do in the last section and gone out to the community there and asked, you already know who they are. So write some of those things down. Ask them, what would you hope to learn out of this class? And it might be something different than you expected. And so make sure that those boxes are checked with your students as you're going through it. Get their input as well, all right, in advance of the class. That way you can hit their expectations. Now, you do need a waiver. Again, I'm not an attorney, so go talk to one. I do have our waiver that we use out online, free to download. So go to runningkilroys.com and find this video, click on the download resources button. And you're going to be able to download all of our forms and stuff like that we've got out there. I've got this again, the checklist, as well as our waiver. So you can find those out there. Take that to your attorney and see what they have to say about it. If there's anything for your industry or your community, your state that needs to be adjusted to that, feel free. This is my gift to you. And so go out there, use that thing, and then find what's appropriate. But do contact that attorney because they're going to probably have some different insights into certain things in your industry, okay? Now, once we've got that, we've got day 30, your class day. This is the time to relax. You just put in a month's worth of work setting up for this. When they walk through the door, none of that matters. Just chill. Have fun with them. Engage with them. Ask them questions. This is a time to come together as community. Lean into it, ask them the engaging questions. If you see them struggling, you're going to see them move past that. And it's one of the most enjoyable things I've found with teaching these classes is when I've got a student in front of me who might be struggling with it, or they're just really interested in it. They've always wanted to learn that skill that I'm passionate about. That makes me even more passionate to teach it because this could be life-altering for them. That person who's coming in the door, we can assume all we want, writing out our avatar, why they're there. At the end of the day, though, we're a community. And so they come into your space and you're sharing part of yourself with them. It's a very cool connection. And when you can see a light bulb moment go on, right, where they're just like, oh, I get this. I've been struggling with this for a long time. That is such an amazing feeling for both of you. Fist bump, high five, celebrate, make it a fun time for them. Because again, it's about them, not about you, but we get to get as much as they do through this exchange, right? I get to live through their joy of it. I can have somebody come in here, and I mentioned the Viking knife. We can make 1,000 Viking knives, right? But somebody comes in here for the first time and they're making a Viking knife. It's not about the knife. It's about them. It's their first time making that knife. And I get to relive that all the time. The excitement there, they just did this thing. And it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. And if you're not feeling that in the midst of that class, evaluate if teaching a class is right for you, because that's the heart of a teacher right there. So you can have all the technical skill in the world, but if you don't have the heart of a teacher, evaluate whether you want to be running a school or not. Okay, that's one of the benefits of actually trying this out with one class and keeping everything in line and kind of low key at first is you can figure out if this is actually a path that you want to go down instead of going out there and spending $100,000 on the great setup and then finding out, I really hate this thing. Well, find out if you love it. I mean, I was hooked from day one when I did this. And so you'll know, all right? And then when you're done teaching, ask for feedback. Ask for online reviews. If you've got a website, go build that because they're going to need that in order to do an online review. Create a Facebook page. But solicit that feedback. So that's how you get better. I still ask for feedback. We've been doing this 11 years, and I still ask for feedback from people all the time. What could we do better, right? Because we're always changing, we're always shifting, we're always adding new classes. And so solicit that feedback. Sometimes it's hard to take, but it's worth taking it, okay?